Ladies and gentlemen, hello, how are you? We are back with another edition of the All About Wrestling podcast. We have a show for you, a very special guest, and we have some interesting topics. I'm joined by the beautiful Mi Amor. How are you?
Hello. Nice to see you guys again. Nice to be back.
How are you? How you feel? How are you doing today?
I feel good. I feel nice and my thirst is quenched over here. I have some nice ice cold water thanks to Mr. Bobby Rassles.
I got to do what I got to do.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And folks, for all our viewers, if you're watching this broadcast, make sure that you are aware of what's happening next Sunday. Pro Wrestling R presents As We Proceed, Sunday, March 20th, doors open at 2 p.m. Super Crazy Wrestling and Entertainment Center, Westfield, New Jersey. You're going to see talents such as Gabby Ortiz versus Damaris Dawkins, Isaiah Wolf, Devontae, the one and only Ron Starr, and so many more. You don't want to miss it. Also, you want to check out Mind of AK. For all the latest, he's great with custom sculptures. You want to check him out. He's on Instagram and Twitter. That's Mind of AK. So there you have it. So,
yeah, so hold on, don't go too fast. I want to touch base on that pro wrestling event. Bring your family members out, bring your children. Like, it's a family affair. It's, very inexpensive, and it's a great show. I'm telling you, I love it. So make sure it's very well organized, great wrestlers. It's very, very, very nice. I enjoy it every time we go. We're so happy to be a part of it. So take your families out. It's a good event.
awesome. So you ready to introduce our special guest?
Yes, let's get it.
All right. From Canada, we have our special guest,
Alice Starr.
Alice Starr.
The double R. Woo! Hey!
How's it going, guys?
It's going great. You look beautiful as ever.
Thank you so much. I did. I didn't have time to put makeup on today, but I tried to make it work for you guys.
Girl, you woke up like that.
I wish. No, it actually takes me depends on the day, but roughly 2 hours to get into drag.
Yes, I've heard. Even just the makeup is a lot. So yeah, I definitely give you my props for that. I have a bare face every day. It's even hard for me to find the time to do that. So I definitely admire the beat face and the look. I love it.
Thank you.
And you wear it so well. That's the best part.
Awesome. It's such a pleasure having you on our show today. We have so much to talk about. Of course, we're going to have our trivia challenge. Are you up for the challenge?
I think so. I was saying to you guys earlier, here's the thing. My memory is worse than my knowledge of wrestling. So even I probably know the answers to any question that you're giving me, but in all honesty, I'm going to forget what the answer is. But then as soon as you say it, I'm going to be like, ah.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
It happens to me when I'm creating the questions.
It's okay. Just make sure you really listen to the question and take your time.
Okay.
All right. But we're not going to get into that now. All right. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about Alice Starr. All right. So in one sentence, who is Alice Starr?
That's kind of hard in one sentence. Look at this.
It is hard, but I think the one thing that I just usually start off with is, I'm Alice Starr, Canada's first and only drag queen pro wrestler. I think in a nutshell, that's what I am. Obviously, there's a lot of nuances to who I am as a person, and that comes out in my drag. But at the end of the day, this is that's who I am. I'm Alice Starr, the first and only drag queen pro wrestler.
Amazing.
Awesome. So we're celebrating your wrestling journey. Please share with us a bit about your beginning, some highlights of your career, and where you are now in terms of your goals and aspirations.
Yeah. So starting off in wrestling, I've always been a fan since I was a kid. I tell the story. It's kind of funny that I always liked wrestling, but I wasn't always allowed to watch it. My parents, my mom specifically, they were not strict at all. I had really great parents, but for some reason I wasn't allowed to watch wrestling. Too violent as a kid, whatever it may be. But I remember she bought me Stone Cold pajamas, and I was just super psyched. I was like, yeah, because I knew, but I don't know if she did. But I kind of fell out of wrestling for a little while, and it wasn't until SmackDown versus Raw, the video game, and I was like, I like wrestling again. And I remember watching it afterwards with my friend, running home during the commercial break during Shelton Benjamin versus Shawn Michaels, where he did that crazy super kick from the springboard. And ever since, I've wanted to be a wrestler, among other things. I took time off because, not time off. Sorry, I didn't go into wrestling because I also am a musician. So I toured in a rock and roll band for 4 years. Across North America, across the States and Canada. And then eventually when I was on a little downtime, I was like, I'm just going to go and I'm going to train. I'm going to do it. Why not? My body's only going to get worse and I'm only getting older. So I went and started training. I had a little background in martial arts just in general. So it was a nice transition, especially having the music background as well.
That's awesome.
And then I've been wrestling ever since.
That's amazing. I like what you said when you said you fell off of wrestling for like a few years as a child, and then you came back to it one time and you said, I love wrestling again. And my question is, like, did it really go away, or did life just happen, and we get caught up in the everyday life where we can't really focus on those things that we know that we love.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. There was a point where I wasn't watching it. What year would that be? Probably before. When was WrestleMania 21? That would have been, I don't know, 2005, 2004, maybe.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I hope that's not a trivia question, because I'm going to fail that one. But yeah, no. When I fell out of it, it was really just, I always loved it. It wasn't something that I just didn't like. It was something that I just, had other things on the go and I wasn't watching it. But that didn't last that long, to be honest. It was right back into it, and I'm pretty hooked. My partner doesn't love it because it's on the TV 24/7. I watch it. I watch everything.
Cool. So what, if you can remember, what's your earliest memory, like your very first memory of wrestling?
Yeah, that's a great question. Honestly, it probably would be when I was super young and I wasn't necessarily allowed to watch it. That was definitely during the Attitude Era, which is a shame that I wasn't watching it live. I've obviously gone back and I know quite a bit about what happened, but I really wish I did see it. But that's my earliest memory, being in my parents' bedroom. They had a TV. I'd watch just a lot of different shows, and wrestling was one of them sometimes. If my parents weren't around or whatever, I'd try and sneak some of it, that and Ren and Stimpy. But yeah.
Hey.
That's cool. Cool. All right.
But yeah, that's I mean, other than that, like, obviously, as I kind of mentioned, like it snowballed from there. But without a doubt, that's my earliest memories. That and the Stone Cold pajamas.
Cool. All right. So we have Alice Starr here, folks. And I think we're ready for trivia. What do you think, Myanmar?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Let's put on some music. All right. So you have 5 questions. And to become the new podcast trivia champion, you have to get 4 correct.
Okay.
All right.
Well, who's the reigning champ?
So the reigning champion is Sweet Cheeks Joey Silver.
Oh, I can't even compete with his name, let alone like Sweet Cheeks in this competition. Are you kidding me?
Man, you gotta see. You gotta hear his intro. He's pretty great.
I'll look it up.
I'm all about candy, though. I love candy.
All right. Let's go. Question number 1. True or false? A good guy in pro wrestling is also known by the term face.
True.
Correct.
Hey.
Correct.
Off to a good start.
Number 2. There we go. The name of this wrestler's finisher is Stratusfaction.
Ooh, my girl, Trish Stratus.
Correct.
Love her.
Correct. All right, there we go. Got 2 out of 5. 4 to become crowned the new champion. All right, number 3. This wrestler is also known as the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla.
One of my favorites, Chris Jericho.
Got it. Chris Jericho, of course. All right. Told you this was like
I think you went easy over here.
I don't.
No.
Would you have gotten
We're
that
not gonna
right?
play that game. I'm winning. I've got three. Yeah, 3. You can't take that away from me.
You tell me. You got that.
All right, they get harder. They get harder now.
But
All
if
right.
it means anything, I wouldn't have got that third question. I would have been like,
All right.
Well, to be fair, Chris Jericho goes by a lot of names.
yeah,
does.
that's why I don't know him by that, so I would have never known that.
All right. Question number 4. Question number 4 has been. Well, nobody's ever made it to question 5. Question number 4 has been the difficult question for everyone.
Okay.
Question number 4. To be crowned the new champion. Where was Superfly Jimmy Snuka billed from?
Oh, was he Fiji?
Fiji, we give her that? Fiji Islands? Correct. Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Here we go. We're gonna have a new chat.
You
I'm
are
surprised, to be honest.
the current reigning, the new All About Wrestling podcast trivia champion.
Are you gonna send me like a nice crown so I can just?
Yeah, you know what? We will. We will. I will. I'll pick it out myself. I got you.
Ah, there you go.
Okay.
I got you.
Oh man, Sweet Cheeks, if you're watching this,
You're going down.
You've been dethroned.
You have been dethroned.
Been dethroned.
So,
So
if you want to come claim your championship back, you know where to find us.
oh, there we go. So you're the current All About Wrestling podcast trivia champion. There's another question. If you choose to give it a crack, you want to go for number 5. You are the reigning champion.
Yeah.
All right. So number 5, the most difficult question. How much did WWE spend to acquire WCW from AOL Time Warner?
Oh, I should know this because I just watched something on the network. Oh my god,
It's a lot of money to us.
this number is way too high. I think 20 million.
20 million? No. No. Believe it or not, it was pretty cheap. They bought. So
Like
Tony
2, was
Khan,
it?
I think Tony Khan just bought Ring of Honor for around 40 million.
Yeah.
WWE brought WCW for $2.5 million.
Wow.
I was close because I just said it. I was just like, it's got to be like something like 2. So does that count for a
Right.
half point? It doesn't.
Right.
That's okay.
But they brought their digital library for 1.7 million, but the total price overall was like $4.2 million. They bought everything. And that's a lot to us, but I mean
To them.
to them it's like pennies. The whole wrestling company. They stole it right from under their noses.
So crazy.
All right, so congratulations. Good job.
Hey, thank you.
Good job.
Sweet Cheeks. Wait, did he get 4 or 3?
He got 3, so you needed 4 to
Oh, he got 3.
Yeah, so you needed 4 to beat him.
Yep.
So now the next challenger is going to need to get 5 to beat you because you got 4.
All right,
So
I'm
the
gonna have
pressure is
to.
on.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm gonna have to come on again and just go for the 5.
Right, anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime. We'd love to have you.
Definitely.
All right. So let's talk about the things that are going on in wrestling right now. So unfortunately, if everyone's been watching, Scott Hall, unfortunately, he's on life support right now. He's had 3 heart attacks after having hip surgery. And I'm guessing that from what the reports say, Pro Wrestling Torch, a blood clot actually caused this to happen. So our prayers are with Scott Hall. How do you think that'll affect the wrestling community? Like, it's just sad.
Yeah, it's always sad. I mean, I think it just puts a strain on like the morale, and it's everybody's down. So
Yeah, it's sad. All right. So let's talk about Big E. So if you watched SmackDown this past Friday, you saw Big E. Um, Unfortunately, he landed straight on his head. He was dumped on his neck. He was part of an attempted belly to belly suplex. Um, it was definitely a move gone wrong. It's terrible.
yeah, it's terrible because it's one of the many things that can happen. You know, we see these professional wrestlers. You know, we don't see them practicing this, but they're behind closed doors practicing this, so things like this don't happen. You know, and unfortunately, just the wrong step in the wrong way, and it's the whole movement is just messed up, and it's such an unfortunate thing for Big E at this time in his career. It's really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of the toughest things is, I mean, you never want to see someone get injured, but unfortunately that's just part of the job. It's such a physical sport and you're putting your body on the line every single night that you're wrestling. But it's just unfortunate also because of the timing of it. Big E is such an important superstar, and his latest run was although left a little to be desired. It still was monumental, and it was awesome to see for him to finally hold the belt. And it's just a shame to see him miss WrestleMania and possibly miss a period where he could have gone after the belt again after WrestleMania. So I mean, best wishes that go out to him, but yeah, it's a nasty thing, and hopefully he heals up well.
Yeah, it's so sad because it's such a serious injury.
Yeah, it's really sad. Like he brings so much joy. Like you can see the passion in his wrestling. They love the sport of wrestling, and for that to happen to him or anyone in general, it's just unfortunate. And like you said, Alice, for him to miss WrestleMania, I'm pretty sure everybody gets pumped up around this time of year. It's just really unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's talk about Vader. Finally, Vader is going to be cemented in his spot, the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2022. I'm glad to see him there. He deserves it. Long time coming. I remember the first time I saw Vader in WCW. I'm pretty sure prior to that he's probably been all over the world, but he came out with this huge like mastodon thing over top of him, and it was blowing out smoke. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Um, and I know like he went to WWE, and there's reports of like bad blood behind the scenes, and but for them to actually turn around and actually induct him where he belongs, I think that's a great thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Oh, sorry, Jasmine, go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, that's for sure. I mean, when you think about Vader's career, although like in the WWE it was a little lackluster, just in general, that he is such an important figure in wrestling, and I think just hearing fans for years ask for him to be put into the Hall of Fame just goes to show you how much he meant to a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what? I like the fact that he's been inducted the same year as the Undertaker. Like that's huge. Like it's not just about you. It's about the people that you're being inducted with as well. Like that's your class, and
Hmm.
you know, he's not with us any longer. Um, but I'm pretty sure, he's looking down at this moment and he's pleased, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the fans are pleased as well. And
Yeah, and for his family too, right?
yeah,
I'm sure this means so much to them.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. So we have some comments. Minister Kid, I feel like this Hall of Fame induction was long overdue. Overdue. We agree with you. Um, so let's talk about this women's AEW title. There's an image. I did upload it, the new title. There's mixed reviews, but for the most part, the majority likes it. Let me load that up on the screen now. Let's see here. Bam. All right, so that's the AEW Women's World Wrestling Championship, currently held by Britt Baker, DMD. What are your thoughts, Myanmar? Do you like this title?
I mean, I don't know how to feel about it. It looks kind of lucrative, but like, I mean, I don't really know. Like, it looks kind of big too.
It's not that big though.
Oh,
It looks big here.
I guess it looks big here, but I have to see them like actually like see her with it on. But I like the diamonds. I mean, it looks kind of fancy. Yeah, I like it.
What's your thoughts, Alice?
Yeah, I like it actually. I think it is a bit more cohesive with the other belt. Not that like belts have to all look the same and whatnot, but I think it definitely looks like the world title a bit more than the previous iteration. I was not a fan of the OG title that they put out. I thought it looked classic, but not in the best way. It just looked dated, maybe. So I think this is a great revamp. I'm in the camp. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. But to each his own. I mean, I understand it. Like with championships, it's either hit or miss with most fans. You know, every fan has their opinion. The reasoning behind this, I was reading about this, was that when they introduced the TNT Championship, many people like that above what the old championship looked like. So they actually thought of recreating this and making it look more, like you mentioned, Alice, like more like a world title.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty cool.
I like it. I like it.
It could be a lot worse. That's all I can say. It could be way worse.
I agree with that.
I mean, we've all seen some pretty bad belts. And I'm not a belt maker by any means, so I don't know if I'm one to judge. But as a fan looking at them, you can tell some are better than others.
Yeah.
and I think this one, it could be worse for sure.
Yeah, I think you can actually tell, like, just by the fabric and, you know, the detail, you know, how much money was put into these belts. So,
yeah, I'm excited because I have WWE 2K22 and Minister Kid. You can actually relate because Minister Kid, if you're not aware, she plays. Yeah, I play video games, and
I was thinking like, damn, Bobby, you made yourself a wrestler, and then you just forgot about me. Like I'm the sexy one.
You're coming. You're coming. You're coming. Alice Starr, you're coming. I'm gonna design all of you. Minister Kid. If you go to her page, Minister Kid on YouTube, she streams a lot of video games and makes videos of video games. There's been like reports of glitching again, you know, but that's another topic.
Listen, nothing is worse than what they tried to do a couple years ago. So I'll take it. The graphics are great. Like, I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I am a huge video game fan. Like, I wake up at 6 a.m. sometimes just to play video games.
Oh.
And, yeah. And
you hype Bobby's hype. He does the same thing.
I haven't bought it yet. It's 2 days in. I think it came out like a couple days ago. I've been ripping through Horizon Forbidden West, but that's probably the next game on my list. And I've heard some good things saying it's a step in the right direction. I think what was it? 20 was the last one they came out with.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a train wreck.
Yes.
But I do kind of want to get the Switch version just to see how bad it really is.
Oh man. Good luck with that. Let us know.
I got to find it in some sort of like dollar bin or something, or like,
yes.
I mean, at the very least, steal it because like I don't want to pay for that.
They will never know it's gone.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's buying that.
Yeah.
All right. So Alice Starr, you actually had the opportunity and the privilege of refereeing for Impact Wrestling. How did that come about, and what was the experience like?
Yeah, so the experience was phenomenal. They were filming out of Toronto. It was a taping, and I just happened to be around. I was kind of roaming around backstage, not backstage like I'm some big deal or anything, but backstage just in the sense that there were some people I knew, and I was kind of hanging around. And I don't know if they were short or someone was late or what. But someone that was connected with Impact just kind of yelled. He's like, "Hey, and he knew that I had done some reffing here and there. He was like, "Do you have your gear here?" I said, "Well, yeah, I bring my gear everywhere." He goes, "Okay, go get your ref gear, put it on. You're reffing in half an hour."
Nice.
Okay. And so then I went out, and here I was, first time, all hooked up with the earpiece, everything. Thankfully, I actually did get some training in reffing from some amazing people. Harry D, who's a legend in Ontario, Canada, referee, and amongst referees around the world, he's renowned as one of the best referees. He was actually a regular on Impact for a long time. So he, early on when I was reffing and just kind of training wrestling, he took me under his wing, so to speak, and that was incredible. So the lessons that he taught me was like priceless. And thankfully, where I trained, which was Battle Arts in Mississauga, Ontario, which is Anthony Corelli, Santino Morella's gym. He was the head coach there, and he was the former owner, but he's still a coach there. So Anthony was another one that helped me out a little bit. And then the head referee for NXT, Daryl Sharma, he was a coach at Battle Arts at one point before going to NXT. And so I was able to get some lessons in with him as well. And he's just the sweetest guy. And he's an amazing person. He loves wrestling, and all the things that he's doing for wrestling behind the scenes is incredible. So I was thankful that I had some experience and some great advice, and I just got thrown in there and did it. That's what you do.
That's awesome.
Yes,
that's really awesome.
That is what you do. The best learning is hands-on.
So
yeah, exactly.
You mentioned working with Anthony Corelli, Santino Marella. What was that like? Like, how was he as a person? Like, what was that like for you?
Yeah, I mean, Anthony, anybody that thinks they know him is right and not right at the same time. He's a character, but he's just in a different type of character than you would imagine. Obviously, he doesn't speak with the accent, but he is Italian. He's very charismatic. He knows what he's talking about, and he's very opinionated about what wrestling should be and shouldn't be. A lot of people don't know this, but he's got a very he's got a long history with judo, and that's really at the core of who Anthony is I think a lot of that mixed martial arts and judo specifically, and he's involved with Judo Canada and all these different things. So learning from Santino, Anthony was incredible because, he was able to teach, he's still there. So he's still teaching how to perform, but also how to make it like the best product as possible. You're learning from someone who spent years in the WWE, and it's amazing to learn from someone who says, okay, so I'm going to show you something and do it like this because Vince likes it that way. And so those moments, not saying that there aren't like valuable lessons throughout, it always is, but when you hear something like Vince likes it this way, that's you can't pay enough to get that type of information, let alone from a person who really cares about what he's doing.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, he's giving you firsthand knowledge and experience about, what would open the door for you. Like if you were to go that route, I mean, that's invaluable because nobody else is going to share that.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, there's been a lot of people that have come through that gym and has learned under Anthony, and people that have made it to the WWE, have been signed by the WWE, have had success in the WWE. So it just goes to show you that he's a phenomenal coach and someone that I think is respected by the fans and wrestlers themselves as well.
That's great. So if you were able to have a dream match with any wrestler from past to present, who would you choose and why?
Okay. That's as someone who wrestles, that's an impossible question because there's so many people I want to wrestle, and especially like from the past too. My favorite wrestler of all time is Bret Hart. Bret the Hitman Hart is my favorite wrestler. when I'm at the gym and I'm doing cardio, I put Bret Hart matches on. You know, when I'm bored, I put Bret Hart matches on. So that is kind of a no-brainer because he's just an amazing performer. I got a cat coming in. She might. Ah, there we go.
There she is.
This is someone I wouldn't fight, though. All right. It was bound to happen when you got cats and you're on camera. They want to be the center of attention all the time. So that is really at the core. That's my answer. But if I had to talk about who I wanted to wrestle, who's still active, I think I really want to wrestle Effie because he one is kind of on a skyrocket. He's getting more and more popular, and he's just doing his thing, and that's super cool. But more than anything, because he called out, a few months ago, he said that he wished there was more drag wrestlers. So, I mean, Effie, I'm here. Let's do it,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I think we could have a fun match. And I honestly, I won't be too sorry that he loses, but maybe a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I want to see it. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's make it happen, Effie.
Let's do it. All right, so now you have a chance to call out any wrestler in the world.
Well, I mean, I basically just called out Effie right there.
He's
I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna double down on what I said. Effie, I'm gonna message you tonight. No, maybe not tonight, but I'm gonna message you at some point, and we're gonna make this happen eventually.
Oh, there you have it.
Because it's just listen
for the DM.
Prepare for the DM. I'm sliding into his DMs.
There you have it, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, Alice Starr, it's been such a pleasure having you.
Alice Starr with a double R. It's always a pleasure. You look beautiful. Thank you for, letting us interview you and for putting the time in to give us everything you have.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been awesome talking with you guys. Thanks for having me on the show. And I have to come back for that
number
5-question win.
Yeah.
So we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe after I beat Effie, or I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay. All right, cool. So there you have it, folks. Such a pleasure. Such a great guest. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about Pro Wrestling R, all right? Before we get off the air, Pro Wrestling R, Sunday, March 20th. Make sure you get your tickets. We will be in attendance as we proceed. All right? That's Westville, New Jersey. And you don't want to miss it. So, Meow Moore, you have the last word.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And don't miss next week's episode.
There you have it, folks. Tune in next week.